YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 22 of Pokemon Unbound. Today, we make history, and we claim the title, the champion of the Borrius region. Now, with that being said, this is about to be epic, right? We're going to beat the Elite Four and beat the champion. But with that being said, this is not going to be the conclusion of the Pokemon Unbound playthrough. This is just the apex of the story, right? Becoming the champion of the region. I'm assuming there is still going to be some sort of post-game content and storyline, especially because when we first walked into Victory Road last episode, we encountered the professor, right? And he said, hey, dude, go claim that empty seat as the champion, and then we can deal with Aklov after the fact, right? So I'm assuming there's going to be some post-game content related to Aklov and the Light of Ruin and all that. But even if there isn't, I'm assuming there will be, but even if there isn't, I still want to check out the Battle Frontier in this game. And also, I feel like there'll probably be some side quests to catch some legendaries and stuff like that. So even though this right now is part 22 in the playlist, I still feel like we're going to be able to squeeze out one, if not two more episodes after this. So we're going to get in there shortly and take on the Elite Four. And it's win or go home, baby. And we ain't going home, I'll tell you that right now. So we're going to get the job done. Trust me. And then, but we do need to do like one last piece of setup real quick. Because at this point, well, I got to touch on the levels that I hit as well. But at this point, we've done everything in terms of EV training and using the bottle caps and all that. And almost every Pokemon has what I would say is like the best moveset I can give them in this game. But, slight tweak to, I think, just Hariyama's moveset, and then we'll change a couple hold items, and we're good to go. That's it. But first, let's touch on the levels, right? So as you can see, everybody here is at level 75, and I was talking about it last episode as I didn't know... I was getting conflicting reports when I tried to Google stuff about this game, right? Because this is my first playthrough. So I wasn't sure, like one website said, yes, the level cap was 75, and another website said there isn't one, and it would just... I could go to level 100 and the Elite Four would match my levels at 100. Now, I think that was probably because there's like 4 different difficulty levels you can play in this game. But it didn't specify, at least I didn't see that when I was looking it up. So, when I was training at the house in Dresco, my whole plan was to do level 75. But as it turns out, and I think I touched on that last episode, but as it turns out, once I got to level 75... I forget who was the first one to get there, but they started to gain 1 experience point as I was grinding levels for everybody else, right? And I was like, oh, okay, so there actually is a level cap of 75 for the Elite Four. The game didn't actually tell me that as I was playing through, and especially when we got that 8th gym badge, it said Pokemon of any level will obey you, so... I was thinking there was nothing stopping me from getting to level 100, but the game does kind of stop you, and it soft caps at 75. Now, you still gain 1 experience point every time you KO a Pokemon, so I could get to level 100. It might take, 2 months to get there, but we're not doing that. We're just going to jump in there at 75. Let's go ahead and do a team check one last time here. This legendary squad it's going to go all the way, man. Trust me. Watch this. So first up here, we got our starter. It's a Garchomp. And we got Adamant Nature with a Lumberry, and that's because I now have Outrage on this thing, so... After 2 to 3 turns of Outrage, right, you confuse yourself, but the Lumberry also is nice because as I'm clicking Swords Dance, if I get burnt, paralyzed, put to sleep, whatever, the Lumberry will also snap me out of that, and then at that point I might just spam EQs, but as long as I can keep my Lumberry after a Swords Dance, then we're just going to be ripping Outrages and EQs to KO everything. Next up here is Arcanine with the moveset of Crunch, E-Speed, Flare Blitz, and Close Combat. Now Arc has Intimidate, and is a Jolly Nature with the heavy-duty boots. I feel like that's pretty good for Arc right there. Next up, we have the Timid Nature Roserade with the Miracle Seed, which I think I might change to Focus Sash here in a minute. And Roserade has Poison Point as well. And currently rocking the moveset of Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, and T-Spikes. I think I was talking about it last episode about possibly swapping out T-Spikes for something, but... I mean, if it's not Dazzling Gleam, what else would it really be, on a Roserade? So I think I'm just going to roll with T-Spikes and honestly probably never even set them up. It is what it is. The 4th member of the squad here is Guardy, who is holding a Mega Stone. So this is our Mega Pokemon. With the moveset of Psychic, Moonblast, Ice Beam, and T-Bolt. Insane moveset. And yes, you saw that correctly, Ice Beam. I know Gardevoir does not normally get Ice Beam, but it does in this game, so we're going to abuse it. For sure. And Guardy's got Synchronize, of course. It'll have pixelate after it Mega Evolves, but I don't have Hyper Voice to abuse that. I actually forgot to look that up. I probably should have got Hyper Voice, but too late. We're going in there without it. And this Guardy is Modest Nature as well. Next up here, we have the AV Hisuian Samurott with the Careful Nature to even boost that special defense even further. And unfortunately, it does not have Sharpness. That's not actually an ability in this game. It's just Torrent or Shell Armor to block crits. So we'll just roll with Torrent, because why not? And Samurott's got the moveset of Liquidation, Night Slash, Poison Jab, and Aqua Jet. Poison Jab's going to be good for fairies if we see any, or pure grass types. But the first gym was grass, so I don't think we're going to have a grass E4. And finally, the last member of the squad is the Brave Nature Hariyama. Currently holding no item, but I found a Flame Orb. Hariyama had the Lucky Egg, because he was like the last one to hit 75 when I was growing levels, so I took the Lucky Egg off, but I didn't put the Flame Orb yet. I'll do that in a sec. And that is because Flame Orb, because this is a Guts Hariyama. So you already know we're going to be abusing that. Now, Hariyama is the only Pokemon that I'm going to tweak the moveset for before we jump into the E4. And I'm going to replace Thunder Punch with Ice Punch, mainly because I actually found an Ice Z Crystal in this game. I've only found like 2 or 3 of them, but the first one was Ice. And I was kind of thinking about it at the time, like, dude, what about... Imagine getting hit by a Sub-Zero Slammer from a Hariyama. That's crazy, right? And I feel like, you know, there's a good chance we probably see a Dragon Elite Four, and having Sub-Zero Slammer just absolutely obliterate, you know, one of the dragons that we might bump into. In addition to Ice Punch, though, I do also want to put Fake Out back on, because even though I can pre-burn myself with the Flame Orb before the first Elite Four member, if Hariyama goes down in that fight, and there's a good chance of that because Hariyama's so slow, right? Whenever Hariyama gets knocked out in the Elite Four, once I revive it and max potion it, it won't be burnt anymore. So having Fake Out on Hariyama will also ensure that I could like stall a turn and burn myself on turn 1 of Hariyama hitting the field in the subsequent Elite Four battles after it gets revived. Hopefully it never gets knocked out, but again, let's be real here. Hariyama's way too slow to get more than 1 KO, so let's go ahead and add this Flame Orb real quick. Also, I bought a bunch of max potions and revives. I mean, obviously way more than we need, but just in case. Let's do the Flame Orb, and now I also have the Ice Crystal in the bag, and a Heart Scale and some Blue Shards, because we need to go fly out of here and do that real quick. And then we'll get back in there and talk to all the NPCs. See if anybody gives us some useful info before challenging the Elite Four. So back here in Crater Town, the house down below the Pokemon Center here is where you go get, this is like the move relearner guy for the Heart Scale exchange. So let's do this real quick. And this is how we're going to get Fake Out. But Ice Punch, we're going to have to fly back up to Blizzard City and trade 2 Blue Shards for Ice Punch. Alright, here's Fake Out. This is going to be important to, you know, to activate the Flame Orb. And also, it does give Hariyama priority, right? Like, if a Pokemon, one of the Elite Four members have, like, a Focus Sash or whatever, and, you know, they KO a Pokemon at 1 HP, Hariyama can come out and revenge that Pokemon with Fake Out, because it's still a priority attack. Even though it doesn't do much damage, it can actually come in handy here. Alright, now we're going to fly up to Blizzard City, like I was just saying. And, somewhere here in town, I probably should have looked ahead of time, but there is a move tutor somewhere here that gives us Ice Punch. At least I think this is where it was. I really did not plan this out very well, but let's see here. Okay, it's not you. Well, this is gonna take a few minutes, but I guess we could talk about something else. Oh wait, is it this guy? No. He might have gave us the Verse Seeker. I guess we can talk about just how good this game is, right? Like, again, it's my first time playing through this game, and I've played a handful of other ROM hacks like this, you know, that are completely different from vanilla games. I played some ROM hacks that are very similar to vanilla. They just kind of change around the Pokemon you can catch, and also... Okay, it's this guy right here. You know, they'll just change around the options of Pokemon you can encounter and their movesets, but everything else is still kind of vanilla. This is like a fully customized region, right, with brand new maps and cities that don't normally exist in Pokemon games. So, with that being said, this is definitely up there. For sure, like top 5 best ROM hacks I've ever played. Maybe even top 3. And we're not even done with the story yet. It's only going to get even that much better. Especially here during the... well, again, I can't call this the finale because it's not the finale, but... it's kind of reaching the mountaintop, right? This is why you play through every Pokemon game. It's always become the champion of the region, but... I know there's got to be more still after this. Now, I need to burn Hariyama. I don't know of like any trainers that I skipped over. I'm sure there's, you know, a handful. Let's actually put Hariyama in front here. And I'm just going to go click Fake Out, burn myself, and then, you know, KO something and swap the Z Crystal. But I don't know what trainers I can go fight. So honestly, I'm just going to go back to Dresco Town because I know you can always battle these trainers here. Well, let's do this real quick. Oh, that's right. Up above town here. Wait, I never even got this TM. Okay, you never know. It could be something good. Let me find a spot to surf. Oh, and there's a Vivillon over there. Up above town here, there's a place called the Flower Paradise, which I'm guessing has something to do with Shaman, so maybe we can at least catch a Shaman in post-game. Oh yeah, I need to give this Sash to Roserade real quick. The Miracle Seed has been really, really good, actually. It changes Giga Drain, you know, from like 75 base power up to 90, so it makes it a lot stronger. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to surf all the way around. At the end of the day, you know, at least with the Sash, I can guarantee I live a hit. I think I forgot to repel. I'm kind of surprised I made it that far. But see, this is what I wanted to avoid because that's why I want to repel. I guess I can KO this thing and show off how everybody gets 1 experience point for the cap being 75, but if, for example, I used Fake Out right there to activate my Flame Orb, I would potentially lose it, right? Because consumable items, at least sometimes you don't get back after wild Pokemon battles, but you always do after a trainer battle. And see that everybody's getting 1 experience point there. So let me spray a Repel so I don't mess this up. Imagine I lose the Flame Orb, which I talked about it every episode, and then we finally found it during last episode. So that would be tragic if, oh, it's just Brutal Swing. Okay, that's kind of whatever. That would be tragic if I lost it just like that. Now, let's go back up here. Don't care about the Vivillon side quest. Trash Pokemon. Alright. Maybe we come back to the Flower Paradise today after the Elite Four too. Who knows? I mean, there's got to be a Shaman there at some point. There just has to be. Let's go do this. And I'll show how I was getting all the experience points. So this is also the place you EV train at. Each of these trainers gives a specific EV. But the one in the top left corner here specifically is Audino's that give HP. But Audino gives an insane amount of experience points. So this is the best way to grow levels. Like this guy has fire types for special attack, I want to say. This little tuber girl has water Pokemon for speed. These two do the defenses. One of them's Psychic, the other one is Grass. This one is Psychic, this one is Grass. They do one of the 2 defensive stats. I think Grass was Fizdef, Psychic was Spadef. And this guy has Dark types up here and does physical attack. So you got your physical attack here, your special attack with the fire types, speed with running around, the defenses over there, and then this one is HP. This is a double battle with 4 Audinos. So I do need to use Hariyama, but what else can quickly get rid of Audinos? I guess... Well, Gardevoir I can Mega Evolve and then just smoke them all with Moonblast. So we'll do this real quick. None of these are Mega Audinos, so they're all just pure normal type. You know, once Audino Mega Evolves, it becomes part Fairy, but that doesn't happen here. But yeah, basically all you have to do to reset the house and battle these trainers over and over again is just leave the house and walk right back into it. And then the person next to the door there heals your party. So after every couple battles, you also got to engage with that NPC and just heal up your team. So it's essentially unlimited cash from doing this, and also unlimited amounts of experience points. I'm actually surprised that that thing lived. Alright, they go for the entrainment into Guardy, though, which is not bad. It would be annoying if that happens. Well, it is going to happen here to Hariyama. Now I'm going to lose Guts. Which doesn't matter at the moment because I'm not burnt yet, but I'm about to be after this turn because I didn't click Fake Out. Still Okos, which is interesting. Because again, I don't have a Guts boost. And I still won't for the rest of this battle, but then we will after. But Revenge was only a 60 base power attack there because I didn't actually get damaged. So I'm kind of surprised that that O-Code and Moonblast didn't. Because this Guardy's way stronger than Hariyama. It's not even close. Misty Train ain't going to save you. Actually, it might, because again, you're still not attacking me and I don't have Guts. Whatever, there's just one Audino in the back, and then we'll head off to the Pokemon Center. Now, the reason I had to buy so many potions, though, is that's the only way to heal Hariyama. I can't actually engage with the Pokemon Center. And actually, this is not a good idea because I'm burning through PP, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But this was kind of a mistake. Because again, I can't heal with the Pokemon Center. But I do have like 5 elixirs, that's more than enough. It doesn't matter. But I can't heal with Nurse Joy to restore PP, right? Because if I do, then I heal my burn, which I'm trying to avoid here. Wait. I don't even know how healer works. I've never even used that. Alright, we're just gonna heal at the Pokemon Center then. This is not the place to burn myself at. This was a mistake. I'm gonna go fight the grass trainer. And spam Ice Punch 3 times, I guess. Or wait, well actually I can just heal right here. We didn't even have to go back to the Pokemon Center. So I still have the Flame Orb, right? Okay. Let's do the grass one. This is a single battle, and I think there's only 3 Pokemon, so this will be a lot easier. Never mind, it's a Tangrowth. Alright, man. What are we doing here? Well, I guess here's what I can do. I can just fake it out, and then I'll switch to Roserade or something. Spam Sludge Bomb 3 times. I can't believe I just got healed from Healer. That was hilarious. Yeah, let's just go Roserade and Sludge Bomb. I didn't know Healer, so it doesn't even go off like at the end of every turn. It's just like a chance to heal you. That's interesting. Alright, anyway. Hariyama's burnt, and he's never coming back onto the field in this battle, so we're going to stay burnt. We're just going to have to hit a couple max potions, one for Roserade and one for Hariyama too. And then I just got to swap the Ice Z Crystal onto him, and we're good to go. Never mind, we got to switch to Arcanine here. I don't even remember this trainer having a Ferrothorn. I did EV train a little bit with this to get some physical defense EVs. That is kind of weird. I predict the Gyro Ball, obviously, and switch into Arcanine. No, I'm kidding. It's just the only Mon with a fire attack that I have. Alright. There was an NPC trying to give us a side quest there in the Pokemon Center too, but over at the League. We didn't talk to that NPC yet. Now, it doesn't really matter if Arcanine goes down to like Flare Blitz Recoil or whatever, because I can just revive it and max potion it. Let's blow up this pumpkin here with a Blitz. And then we'll heal everybody up and fly back over there to the League. It's about to be epic, man. I hope it's a challenging Elite Four too, and there might be battle gimmicks like there's been in every gym. That could be really annoying, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna win regardless, so I ain't worried about it. All right, max potion time, and then let's fly back over there. Oh, Hariyama's still at full. Okay, he didn't actually take the burn chip. That's right. You don't actually take the damage the first turn that you get statused. Okay, while I'm in the bag though, we need to do Ice Z Crystal. And I've never used a single Z move in this playthrough, so I don't even know how the animations look. But it would be kind of funny if my trainer hit it with the, you know, like all those things they'd be doing. We're not going to do the helmet, so let's look at the items one last time. And then that's it. We're just going to go for it. Alright, so we got the Ice Crystal, the Mega Stone, the Sash, the Boots, AV, and Lum. Yeah, we're good to go. Alright, Chomp. Fly us back to the league. Let's talk to this handful of NPCs here and then just jump right into it. I have no idea about any of the Elite Four members, what their types are, nor do I have any clue who the champion is too, so this is going to be fun. Each member of the Elite Four likes to set up certain conditions. Okay, so there is gimmicks in the Elite Four. Here we go. Are you going to tell me what they are? Oh, you do. Okay, nice. First, there's Moleman. Who the heck is Moleman? He likes to set up a vicious sandstorm. A kind of sandstorm that does more damage than a regular sandstorm. Great. This kind of sandstorm also boosts ground-type Pokemon special defense. Well, that's BS, because normally it just does rock types in sand. Doesn't actually affect ground and steel. Ground, steel, and rock are the three types that are immune to taking sandstorm damage, but only one of the three, the rock type, actually gets like a 1.5x special defense boost from sand, which is why Tyranitar is so good. Because it's naturally bulkier than even its stats would indicate. I mean, on the special defense side. Okay, and it won't go away if you try to get rid of it, so I can't even teach Sunny Day or Rain Dance. Okay, so we got Moleman with sand. I mean, I don't know what type he is, but the fact that they said ground types get a boost, he's probably a ground type trainer. Next, there's Elias. When you fight him, all ghost type Pokemon will take half damage and be immune to entry hazards. What? Oh, when they're at full health. Okay. So it's like Lunala's ability. He's probably gonna have a Lunala. Safeguard and Substitute will also fail unless used by a ghost type. Okay, well, I'm not gonna try to use those. Okay, so we have potentially a ground-type trainer in Permasand. Then we have for sure a ghost-type trainer whose all Pokemon are going to have like a Shadow Shield type ability or multi-scale like Dragonite type thing. Okay. Third comes Arabella. Her room is filled with a misty terrain. Probably fairy types, okay. And not only that, but wait, there's more. But any fairy type sent out will have their lowest defensive stat boosted. Does that mean Gardevoir would also benefit from that? I feel like it would. Okay. And lastly comes Penny. There is a rainbow in her room that raises the chance of secondary move effects used by dragon types. So, okay. So there is going to be a dragon type E4. So, ground, ghost, fairy, and dragon. Okay. Make sure you're prepared for these conditions before you fight them. Well, I'm glad I talked to you. Thank you for the heads up about what I'm about to walk into. My only friend is my Pokemon. Pain. I don't need any more friends than him. The bond between a trainer and their best friend is unbreakable, don't you think? A trainer and their best friend can beat any challenge, even the Pokemon League. Do you think you can beat it with only one Pokemon? Well, of course I can, but that's not what I'm doing today. I'm still gonna say yes, though. Good luck, and never forget the bond between you and your Pokemon fills you with strength. So there's actually a side quest to beat the Elite Four with just one Pokemon. I mean, I could do it with Garchomp, but I'm not going to for this playthrough. Maybe we'll run back through it again in subsequent episodes, but interesting. Some members of the Elite Four like to battle 2-on-2. Okay, but not all of them? Interesting. Interesting. So I'm not going to know, but well, maybe she's going to tell me, but if you do not have the TM for Protect, now's a good time to purchase it from the market in Fall Shore. I don't care. I don't use Protect. That's for nubs. The Elite Four are among the strongest trainers in Boreas. Before fighting them, you should know what you're up against. Moleman uses ground types, Elias uses ghost, Arabella uses fairy, and Penny uses dragon. Okay. They don't have many shared weaknesses, so prepare properly by bringing Pokemon that know a good variety of moves. Well, I can assure you I've done that. And here's Galavan one last time. Dude, you made it to the Pokemon League. So you want to hear old Galavan gossip about the Elite Four, huh? Sure. Enlighten me, brother. Man, if I had time to chat, there'd be... That's time better spent prepping for the final push, right? Don't you worry about a thing. Old Galavan's behind you the whole way, so go get him. Okay, literally the most useful person in this actual Pokemon Center. That's crazy. Alright, Trainer, once you pass through the doorway behind me, your Pokemon League challenge will begin. And once begun, there is no turning back until you have cleared the challenge. Have you healed your Pokemon? No, but I want my Hariyama burnt, so get out the way, Chooch, and let me do what I gotta do. Have you purchased essential items? If so, you may begin your challenge, whenever it most suits you. Demonstrate the power that brought you here, and go for glory. You already know, man. Alright, looks like there's no rival fight before the Elite Four, which is good, because sometimes that happens. Okay, so did they actually explain them, like, from left to right? Or, well, I guess it is left to right. I was assuming it was going to look like this, but it could have been, like, a linear path as well. So let's see, what is this? That looks like it could be a Moleman, and it looks like a ground-type arena. Now, with this being said, in the Vicious Sandstorm, do I let somebody hold, safety goggles? Well, Guardy obviously can't. Hariyama, I'm going to keep the Ice Crystal. Roserade could be goggles, but I could also just put the Miracle Seed back on Roserade for this fight in particular, because Sandstorm is going to ruin the Sash anyway, or like I would die to it. So I'm going to put Miracle Seed back on Roserade here. Arc, I still kind of like Boots on Arc. Especially there's probably going to be Stealth Rocks here. Chomp is going to stay Lum, and Samurot's going to stay AV. Alright, so I don't even need safety goggles. Do we lead with Hariyama and just Sub-Zero Slammer somebody? I think I'm going to. Who dares enter the domain of the Moleman? It is I, Dude, aka the future champion of the Borrius region. Surface Dweller. For years, my fellow mole people and I have lived below ground with only ground-type Pokemon and the Earth itself. In that world without sunlight, we tempered our spirits and grew strong. And yet, you try to establish dominance over us, as your ancestors did so many years ago? Very well. Learn the wrath of the mole people and the very Earth. Okay, this is kind of intense right now. What does this guy's actual, like, sprite look like? That's actually pretty funny looking. Alright, so he's got 5 Mons, and it is a double battle, okay. One of the NPCs said that some of them are double battles, but didn't specify how many or who. Well, we have a couple plays here, right? We could Sub-Zero Slammer and obliterate the Flygon, but Gardevoir would die to Iron Head, and Excadrill is also going to be Sandrush, so there's no way it's not. So alternatively, I could fake out Drill. But then, you know, what is Guardy? Oh, there's the Z symbol. I haven't even seen that yet in this playthrough. Even if I faked out Drill, right? Guardy's gonna get... Well, I mean, sorry, Guardy would not... Of course, if I fake it out, he wouldn't be able to Iron Head, but Guardy can't do anything to Drill with my moveset, so I think I gotta switch out right now. And... honestly, fake out's kind of pointless. I think I just blow up Flygon. Let's just Z off Rip. I don't need to, like, Ice Punch is gonna destroy it anyway, because I'm burnt. But I kind of want to see what this looks like. How do I even activate it? Sub-Zero Slammer. Let's get it into the Flygon just to destroy it. And then I gotta get out of here with Guardy. I would just die to Iron Head. We could go Arc. Intimidate is not bad. Onto both, really, but Intimidating Excadrill is good. Flygon could be a special attacker, but they're probably both physical. And then this should be an Iron Head into the Gardevoir slot, which Arcanine resists. Well, let's try that. This could be bad if it was an Earthquake, but I'm down to roll the dice. Okay, well, I kind of trolled there. That's alright. Okay, Arcanine might not even live to get an attack off. We know Flygon has Levitate. That's good for Flygon. And it's Earth Power with a Ground Gem. Please don't go into Hariyama. I want to get the Slammer off. No! Hariyama tanks it though like a boss. Alright, what does this look like? The old Slammer. It kind of looks like an intense blizzard. Alright, well, that was not a very good start to this battle here. That was a pretty rough turn 1. Okay, that actually looks shiced. They went all out for that animation. Because this drill is most likely, well, I mean, it's got to be Sandrush. Arcanine's not even going to get a hit off, so I might as well just go for E-Speed. I would love to Flare Blitz and destroy Excadrill, but I won't be able to. And then Hariyama just basically gets OHKO'd there. he took a bunch from Earthquake, a Ground Gem boosted Earth Power, and then I do also have Jet on Samurott. I should probably save this thing. But yeah, that Sandstorm plus Burn finished me off. That was a pretty funny turn 1. Okay. So Guardy can't come out till I get rid of Drill, so I could go Chomp. Yeah, I could Chomp to Earthquake because Arcanine's going to die anyway. It's going to go for E-Speed, and I would Earthquake nobody because Excadrill will take it out. A Sand Slash. Okay, it's regular Slash. Do I even bother Swords Dancing? Probably not. Let's just EQ and then let's E-Speed Drill to break a potential Sash. It's going to do no damage, but it also wouldn't do much into Sand Slash either. So just in case it's like a Sash Drill, I haven't seen an item yet, so it could be. Let's do this for... I don't know how that did so much, actually. Goes for Rock Slide. That's going to finish off Arc for sure. Doesn't do anything to Chomp, but let's see if I can get this EQ off real quick. Sand Slash goes for Rock Slide, but misses. But that was weird because the Sand Slash is actually faster, too, than my Chomp. Who uses a Sand Rush Slash? That's intense. All right, we get rid of what's his face though. So now we can bring Guardy back out. Also, Roserade is going to be clutch at some point. But why is if the Sand Slash is faster than Chomp? It's probably faster than Roserade too. I need to get rid of this and hope there's no more Sand Rush, guys. Okay, you got a Gliscor. That's intense. But we have Ice Beam on Guardy for that, so we'll be fine. I can't really EQ, though, so I'm going to click Outrage just to try to do as much damage as I can. And then we could Jet Sand Slash so I don't flinch to Rock Slide, or I could just try to liquidate something. Let me liquidate Sand Slash to get rid of it. He's switched... Don't tell me this is a water absorb. You're trolling, you're trolling. And Gliscor dodges because of Sand Veil. Okay. So you do actually have a water absorb one. That's kind of funny. There is a couple ground types. You know, it could have been a Seismitoad too. Okay. Well, that play, I mean, I just did 0 damage that turn, so that's a thing. I'm still gonna go Outrage again. I don't have to. I could switch up my attack, but I can't EQ Gliscor, so there's no point. I can, however, liquidate it. I miss again. The annoying thing about Outrage is you cannot control which direction it goes. Oh, wow. That actually just OHKOs, though. So, Outrage, you know, could have went into Sand Slash. Well, it would have been Quagsire, but it could have hit Quagsire twice with Outrage, but it's going into Gliscor. And you click Yawn. Okay. That's fine. Does Samurott live sand? I don't think it does. It would live normal sand, but this is like an intense sandstorm, it said. Okay. That kind of sucks, but we have Roserade for, you know, just a OHKO Quag. Easy money. Unless it has Rindo Berry. And then just a Sand Slash. Now, at least there's no more Sand Veil idiots, so we can finally connect an Outrage. Doesn't really matter who it goes into. And then we Giga Drain here. That's not going to do that much because it's not Stab. So this... But I flinch, of course. This fight's in the bag, though. You got like a Citrus Berry or something? Yeah. And Chomp is about to fall asleep, but I still have my Lumberry. So that's not a big deal. Roserade flinching was kind of annoying, but it's whatever. You'd have to flinch me like 2 more times. But honestly, Chomp's next Outrage probably gets a kill. It's gonna kill Quag. I don't know if it would kill Sand Slash. But again, I can't choose who the attack goes into. This guy's just trying to be cheap and flinch with Rock Slide. It's kind of annoying. But it doesn't get the flinch, and Sand Slash is gonna get destroyed here. And then as long as this Outrage goes, he actually lived. Okay, where's Outrage going? Chomp flinch to the Rock Slide. That's kind of funny. Okay. It's whatever. Giga draining that health back was good. This Chomp is having a bad time with outrage here. It's actually kind of funny. I'm gonna Giga Drain Quag now to get rid of it. I don't have any spread moves, but Quag is the harder mon for Gardevoir to deal with anyway. Sandslash has 1 HP left, but Garchomp missed back-to-back outrages because he tried to go into Gliscor. Again, that wasn't me. That's just how outrage works. Can't control where it goes. And all right, there's the final blow though. This battle's over. But that was kind of funny. And then I did hit one into Quag, but then that other one into what's his face didn't even like do much either. That was a weird fight, but we obviously dominate Moleman. Let's see what he has to say for himself. I cannot leave the clutches of this so-called Elite Four for now, but when the time is right, very well. Test your mettle against the rest of them until we meet again. Okay, so that means this next room should be ghost types. And actually, did Hariyama die? No, he did. Okay, so now I gotta put Flame Orb back on. That's annoying. Wait, did I just click Life Orb? I think I did. Flame Orb should be at the... Yeah, I'm a scrub. Oh, it's right next to it. That's weird. I thought it was going to be at the bottom of the bag. Now, this next one is most likely going to be ghost types based on the order that I was told, like, both times. Okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I'm going to put the Sash back on Roserade, too. Roserade does have Shadow Ball, so this is going to be pretty good in this fight. Now, is this a double battle as well? I'm kind of confused at which ones are going to be and which ones aren't. I gotta use a max potion for 8 HP on Roserade. That's crazy. But if I'm going to be Sash, it has to be done. Moleman that was a pretty cool idea, though. Like an Elite Four member. I like that. Alright. Sash. So no Sub-Zero Slammers for Hariyama today. And if this really is a Ghost type one, well, there's Ghost type somewhere, but yeah, this has got to be Ghost type. So Hariyama can't even click Fake Out anyway. Who do we lead? Arc has Crunch. Samurott has, you know, Stab, Dark Attacks. Well, Hariyama still has Knockoff. And he'll probably be pretty useless in this fight, although he can take hits. I'm gonna leave with it anyway, just click Knockoff turn 1. I was trying to think, do I save Hariyama, but the only reason to like save it in the back is because of Fake Out, which I can't use against Ghost types. I don't know, I guess I could hard switch him in. I could always hard switch Hariyama in, right? And burn myself that way. Like on the turn I hard switch in, I get burnt. So it would only really work against like a slow ghost like Dusclops or something. But anyway, let's just roll with it. We're gonna lead Arc instead. Howdy, I'm Elias. How you doing? Or rather, I'm the corpse, formerly known as Elias. I was wondering why this guy looks so pale. I guess being dead doesn't get me out of my duties as a member of the Elite Four, huh? Lousy economy. Yep, served as a member for years while I was alive. Then those jerks dug up my body and after I croaked and shoved a ghost Pokemon along with my spirit right back inside. Oh, don't get me wrong. Still got my wits, and my Pokemon haven't got any less strong. In fact, I think they might have only gotten stronger, if anything. I suppose we should battle for this stupid flesh prison falls apart. What is going on with these Elite Four members? The first two are both pretty cool. I like that. Alright. He has a Mimikyu, so that ends up actually... Arcanine was a way better lead against this than Hariyama would have been. Oh, right. I already forgot about the Shadowy Veil. It's reminding me about that. Although this doesn't even help Mimikyu because Mimikyu doesn't take damage anyway. This guy just predicted a Flare Blitz and switched into Flash Fire Chandelure, but why would I go for Flare Blitz when all I'm trying to do is just break that substitute? Because the E-Speed in close combat I can't use on Mimikyu. But there's like no point to click Flare Blitz because you can't even damage Mimikyu on the first turn. You're just breaking the sub. Why did that do like 0 damage though? What exactly is a Chandelure gonna do to me? Could go hard Samurott, but I might get burnt. And I kind of like Arc for the Intimidate later, so I am going to switch here. I just don't know into what. Do I go Roserade like a Psycho? No, because it's Sash. But it's not going to go Fire move because Arcanine's on the field, so I think it's going to go Shadow Ball. But if Samurott is slower, I run the risk of getting hit with a Will-O-Wisp, but I guess that's a chance I'm willing to take. So let's do it. This is probably just going to be a Shadow Ball. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna click Liquidation. He does swap though. I should have clicked Night Slash. You go to Aegislash though, which is kind of whatever. That didn't do shit. I don't know, why wouldn't I mean, Night Slash is gonna be super effective on everything. It's Ghost type. I kind of thought he might go back to Mimikyu, so that's why I stayed with Liquidation. Aegislash is annoying and probably has Sacred Sword, which is why he sent this in. So we could go back Arc to Intimidate it. I actually think this thing has Sacred Sword. That would hit Samurott pretty hard. And I want to save this thing to potentially Aqua Jet Chandelure later. Uh-oh. We got a problem. Just clicked SD. Do you think he's going to go King Shield here, though, on the obvious Flare Blitz? He could also switch back to Chandelure. But I mean, well, you're only at +1 because I intimidated you and then you Swords Dance. So really, this thing's only at +1. I think he does switch back to Chandelure. I'm going to predict that and go Crunch. Yeah. This guy's getting outplayed like crazy. I really wanted to click Blitz right there, but as long as Chandelure's still alive, I feel like he's going to go back to it. I'm completely outplaying this scrub, by the way. Oh, that's why Chandelure took no damage on that first Crunch. And even Aegislash took no damage either. It's because they all have a Shadow Shield, or a multi-scale ability, essentially. That is the easiest click of Flare Blitz I think I've ever done in my life. I mean, unless you have an Aqua Berry, you're not living this, boss. Oh, wait. From the Shadow Shield, you are. We get the burn, though, which is crazy. I'll take it. Okay. Leech Seed. Now, important, by the way, that we chipped Aegislash a little bit because now it no longer has that Shadow Shield effect. I'm clicking Blitz again, though, and this thing is getting destroyed. So even he was actually going to live that from full, like, even if it didn't have that ability thing. Because it was having the damage, but it still did less than half. So that means he would have actually lived it from full. That's crazy. Aegislash, Mimikyu, and something I don't know about, Banette. Probably a Mega Banette. So you have all physical attackers in the bag. Wait, he only had, as a Ghost type trainer, he only had 1 special attacker and 4 physical attackers. Because he had Mimikyu, Aegislash, Banette, and Trevenant, and then the only special attacker was Chandelure. I guess Aegislash could be either, but most of the time it's physical. What is this thing, just going to Sucker Punch? Arcanine's pretty useless at this point, apart from intimidating. It's no, it's not useless. Because no. Flare Blitz would still blow up, what's his face, Aegislash, and I can intimidate it. I go Hariyama here as a mid-ground, so I don't have to hard switch into Samurott either. It is a Mega Banette. I'm just trying to think about, you know, how I ensure I win this battle, but I think saving Arc and saving the health on Samurott is important. Poltergeist, you're going to attack me with my own Flame Orb. It's kind of messed up. But, whatever. Okay, well, Hariyama's not even going to get a hit off. That was insane. We'll go for knock, but... Oh, wait, you can't Poltergeist me again because now I don't have the Flame Orb. That's right. I can't knock off Mega Stones, obviously, but... I could freeze it with an Ice Punch. But Knock's still going to do more. This thing is literally just going to click Poltergeist. You know that you probably have Sucker Punch on your moveset, too? Wait. Now I'm getting attacked by my Flame Orb? Huh? What happened in turn 2? Yeah, I still have the Flame Orb. Okay, I'm confused. Anyway. Here we could go Chomp. I'm going to get attacked by my Lumberry, though, which is annoying. I'm going to go Roserade and Shadow Ball. But I could have went Chomp and just clicked Swords Dance and won the game. But I think I'm going to Shadow Ball here instead. You go for Will-O-Wisp, which is hilarious. That actually is a pointless play. And so let's see if Shadow Ball kills this thing. It's not quite strong enough. There's no point in T-Spike because it's Mimikyu and Aegislash. Yeah, Sucker. You should have Suckered twice. It would have killed. Dumbass Bennett. Why did you try to Will-O-Wisp me, bro? I'm not even a physical attacker. It's kind of funny, but whatever. Okay. So Aegislash and Mimikyu. I need to break Mimikyu's substitute thing. I haven't done that yet. But this thing is not at full health. It's still not going to die because it's in shield form. It's a lot more defensive, but goes for the SD. I mean, unless you have Shadow Sneak, you're going to get hit really hard, which you probably do, though. You don't. You might be Swords Dancing again. We'll never know. Because I get a crit because I'm Shiest, and now this battle's 100% over. It's a 5v1 against a Mimikyu. There's just no way. Even though Mimikyu gets a free Swords Dance here, most likely. But, and it can finish off Roserade. It can also finish off Guardy in one hit, because it's probably faster than Guardy. Although, maybe not. Mega Guardy's base 100, but yeah. I still think Arcanine can get the job done here. Let's see if he even goes for Shadow Sneak. You don't. So yeah, this actually might even kill it. This battle's over. Okay. Spit F drop doesn't matter. I died a Shadow Claw. We get the poison point though, so I mean Arcanine's gonna come back in anyway and just click Crunch. I click Flare Blitz, it doesn't matter. But from this range, Samurott finishes with Aqua Jet, so the game's over. But you know, theoretically, this thing would OHKO Guardy with a Shadow Claw. It would also OHKO Chomp potentially with the Play Rough if it was faster, but I don't even think it is. Yeah, you have Sneak, but at +1, now that I just intimidated you, this Sneak doesn't kill. But anyway, I mean, I had Aqua Jet in the back on Samurott, so it was all good. There was no way for this guy to win. Let's send his ass back to the graveyard. Thanks for coming out, Elias. Nice job. I'd shake your hand, but I can't really move that well. Alright. Well, can't blame a loss on the lousy job market, so I guess we're done here. Go face the rest of the Elite Four. And kid, try not to let yourself be dug up and experimented on after you pass, okay? Take it from me. It's really inconvenient. Alright, this is the Fire Elite Four so far. So that means these last two are Dragon and Fairy. I'm assuming this one's going to be Fairy. We'll just do them in order, but although I do kind of want Hariyama to be burnt against the Dragon one so that I could put the IZ Crystal on. So let's definitely do the Fairy one first. See if I could burn myself, but then like preserve Hariyama from getting KO'd. Oh yeah, I was going in here for for revives. I got distracted. But if Hariyama can survive this battle being burnt, then I could go IZ Crystal against the Dragon. So we'll see. Oh wait, I got a potion too. Now Fairy's gonna be a little shicey, right? Because Hariyama, Garchomp, and Samurott, all three of these guys are weak to Fairy. So it's not good. But Roserade and Arcanine both resist Fairy. And this could potentially be a double battle. I highly doubt Moleman was the only one. Maybe it's 2 and 2. So we've done a double battle and a single battle. There might be one more of each. I don't obviously know the order. So let's assume this is a double battle as well. Who do we lead against Fairy types? I mean, Roserade isn't bad for a T-Spike and just threaten. Whoops, I'm still on the revive there, the potion thing. Roserade isn't bad for a lead T-Spike, but that really doesn't help. I think I'd rather just go Shadow Ball. Did I ever? I think I might have forgot to Sash. No, I did Sash. Okay. So maybe Roserade first, and then assuming there is, or just in case it's a double battle, I think we put Hariyama here to fake out and then switch out. Samurott does have poison jab for this very reason though. Let me see this. Let me make sure this is the fairy one. Okay, obviously fairy. I mean, Chomp has Iron Head and Samurott has P jab, so really, even though they're weak to fairy, they can still do stuff as long as they're faster. I just gotta find a good spot to get Chomp. I mean, if I can get a Swords Dance off with Chomp, we could potentially, if we're faster than everything, we can OHKO them all. I'm just trying to think, what if there's like a lead? What if there's a lead Klefki or Mawile, right? Roserade can't touch them. And you know these trainers always be doing that stuff. Like you think, oh, fairies, I'm gonna lead a poison type, and then they throw a steel type at you, like a steel fairy. So I feel like leading Roserade is not the play. I think this is going to be a Mawile or a Klefki. But Mawile has Intimidate, which is kind of annoying. I guess I could lead Hariyama and Samurott if it's a double battle. If not, we just go Hariyama and fake out. Let's do this. I am the fairy princess, Arabella. I am one of the Elite Four. Daddy used to be a member, but then he got fired. So I volunteered, and now I'm in the Elite Four. It's great, I get given lots of money to battle trainers. Well, I'm gonna be snatching your money today, Arabella. Even if I have to share some with Daddy, I get to invite people to my tea parties when I win. Okay, friend, let's battle. I'm gonna show you how a fairy princess does it. And I'm gonna show you how a future champion does it. Alright. Let's slap around your fairies right now. My big Hariyama. Rabombi. I didn't even think about that. This thing's gonna set up sticky webs, isn't it? And I also cannot click fake out because this thing always has shield dust. And you get the boost, right? Okay, so boosting physical defense. So this Sludge Bomb would have OHKO'd this thing. I can't do anything now. I'm just gonna knock it off. And then accept my burn. You go for Reflect. Damn, I wish I had Brick Break. That should have literally done like 5 HP. And you were Sash. Okay, that's kind of funny. That crit is insanely lucky. Where's my Flame Orb, bro? Oh, Fairy Terrain, I can't get status. That's how my Flame Orb didn't go off. Well, I guess there's no point to even keep Hariyama alive, right? We're just going to go Ice Punch twice. Light Screen, so you get up both screens. Do you not have Sticky Webs? I mean, I'd be down with that. See, that didn't do any damage right there at all. The knockoff crit through the Reflect, so that's why I did an insane amount of damage. But, yeah, I can't touch this thing. I'm going to need to stall out these screens here. There's this... Okay. There's the Sticky Web. I should have switched in somebody better before that. Does this thing actually have an attack? Or we kill it with the next Ice Punch. Okay, Moonblast. So we just saw the full set right there because I couldn't do any damage to this thing. Yo, that does a lot. Rabombi's a good Pokemon, man. A lot of people overlook this thing, but really what I'm trying to do here is just stall out the screens. That crit didn't matter. It was already going to kill. So, oh, shite. If this thing sets up a Belly Drum. Okay, so Azumarill's Fizz Def. I guess either way I'm going to have to go Roserade to Giga Drain this thing, but... And my Sash will be intact, so it's okay. Well, okay, good. He just goes Jet. Hopefully this Reflect wears off soon, but... Okay, there it is. I was going to say, because Rabombi was Focus Sash, we saw that with the knockoff. So there's no way it could have been Light Clay, obviously. Just because we saw the Sash. So now, Light Screen is still up, though. This thing has a physical defense boost, and it has, you know, Light Screen and Reflect. But Reflect just wore off. So maybe I P-Jab instead? I mean, as long as you don't have Superpower, you're not going to do much to me. In which case, Light Screen's actually about to wear off after this turn. And it's going to keep the physical defense boost as long as it stays alive, but... I think Roserade's too important. I think we go Samurott here. And just P-Jab twice. Oh, Sticky Web, so he's going to be faster. Well, Arcanine has the boost. That's the only one who can dodge the webs here. Oh, play rough. Well, what was I thinking? That's gonna almost OHKO it. Yeah, because of the fairy terrain boost, that's almost gonna OHKO me. That was a mistake. All right, light screen wears off though, so we revenge with Giga Drain now on Roserade. Also might switch, but that's okay. I'm still gonna Giga Drain anyway. Do I want to keep Samurott? I kind of do want to keep this for the. But this thing is not at low enough health where Arc can do anything because it has a permanent Fizz Def boost. But assuming this is another play rough, it's not going for Belly Drum, so he might not have it. I was kind of hoping he would Belly Drum there when I P-Jab, and then I might be able to finish him off with a Jet. Why not? This should be another play rough though, so I could go Arc to Intimidate and Resist. That's a tough call. I can't go hard to any of these three. It's either I let Samurott die, and I revenge with Roserade. Now that all the screens are gone, so it's just a Fizz Dev boost. I mean, I guess Arcanine has extreme speed too, so I still have priority. I don't want to lose Jet, but let's see. Maybe you do have superpower. Okay, so you don't have. Superpower is actually funny because now he lowers his defense too. Now it's back to neutral defense. Chomp might be able to OHKO with DQ, but I'm still not doing that. Just gonna go Roserade. If this thing Aqua Jets to break my Sash, I will. Oh, might even be faster because of webs, huh? But I should get back to full with Giga Drain. You do switch, so you have a resist to this. Okay. Well, you don't, but please give it a Fizz Def. Okay, good. We can smoke this thing with a Sludge Bomb next turn. It's going to go for Mystical Fire, probably to lower my special attack. Wow, that does 0 damage. I really want a Giga Drain to get back to full so my Sash is intact, but I just can't make that play. I'm still faster? Damn, this thing is super slow. Okay, we kill with the next one. Oh, you have Psyshock. Interesting. Okay. Now, Sylveon does also get Quick Attack, which, because of the ability to Pixelate, is actually a Fairy-type move. So oddly enough, I might actually live Quick Attack. I mean, I still would probably live it if it was a normal move, but I definitely live it if it's Fairy. And I know I'm faster, unless we're Speed Tied. I'm just going to kill it with a Bomb. You're going to switch again, which is interesting. So I get a free hit. I do not get a free hit because it's a Mawile. And this is going to be a Mega. Mawile gets a Spadef boost. I do 0 damage, obviously, with Sludge Bomb. But I can blow this up with Arcanine. Actually. Because you got a special defense boost. Question is, do I hard switch in Arcanine? I think I do. I think I want to save Roserade because it's faster than that Sylveon. And what is this thing going to go for? It's probably going to go for Swords Dance, to be honest. But if it goes for Iron Head or Play Rough, I resist both with Arc. And I'm going to Intimidate it too, so I think this is the play. I can't really go hard Chomp on this. I mean, I could. It's probably going to be an Iron Head, but I think it's going to Mega and Swords Dance. That's what I think. There's the Mega. I'm going to have to just try to smoke it with a... with what's it called? The Flare Blitz. And it is an Iron Head. Perfect. By the way, I didn't get caught in the sticky webs because Arcanine has boots. So let's see. Okay. Good switch. This is going to be back to Azu. Damn. We know you get the defense boost. How much does this do, though? Because I do have extreme speed. I know he's going to click Jet. Oh, that didn't do shit. And oh, this is not good with all this switching around. I have to save this for that Mawile, because I will be faster than it. It probably has Sucker, though. Interesting, man. We're kind of in a weird spot right now, I'm not going to lie. Would Chomp be faster than this at -1? I think it would be, honestly. I'm not going to go hard Chomp. I'm thinking about sacking Roserade, although we probably have a tough time against Sylveon if I do that. Not really, because I did chip Sylveon, right? Yeah, it's below half. Guardy... Oh, shit. Chomp could kill it with an Earthquake, too. Arcanine has to switch out on what's probably just going to be a Jet. think I sack Roserade to get one of these two in cleanly. Damn, all this switching is kind of causing a problem here. Sticky Webs also wasn't great. I think it's time to let Roserade go, though. He can jet twice to kill me, so that's why, like, trying to get off a Giga Drain is just not going to happen here. But you go Aqua Tail and miss. That's actually kind of big. Because now I can Giga Drain. I'm assuming what's-his-face... I think I live a jet, actually. And if I do and I get a Giga Drain off, I wouldn't get back to full, but I would do a lot. But I think Mawile is coming back in. So I could T-Spike, but it doesn't affect Mawile. It would affect Sylveon, but Sylveon's low already. I'm not going to predict the double. I should, but... Okay, you just go Jet. I think I live Jet, bro. I do. We smoked this thing with a Giga Drain. That was a big turn right there. Because this battle was actually getting a little sketchy, I'm not going to lie. Huge turn, huge turn. Okay. That's funny you didn't just decide to Jet twice. I mean, I know why you didn't, because Arc had a lot of health, but... Okay, here's Mawile. So you get the Spadef boost. I mean, Roserade can't touch this thing. Doesn't have Intimidate anymore, by the way, because of the Mega. Do I just get up like a T-Spike or something? Like, what's... It doesn't really help against Sylveon. Then there's one more Mon I don't know of in the back. But Roserade outspeeds Sylveon. I don't like all this switching around with Arc, though, because... You know, I can keep sending this thing in for free, essentially, because this guy can't really touch me. But the problem is, if it keeps switching out on my Flare Blitzes, I'm going to KO myself to recoil. I guess I still have Chomp to smoke this thing with an Earthquake. But see, the thing is, Chomp would be slower than this. Arc's going to be faster because of the heavy-duty boots. So I kind of want to keep Arc healthy. I think the play here is to... sack Roserade, even though it's still faster than Sylveon. Sylveon's so low that I'm not really worried about that. Like, Arcanine can just kill it from there. Probably even with E-Speed. Oh, right, but I don't even know why I was thinking about T-Spikes. There's literally fairy terrain in the background. It's all pink. T-Spikes are pointless. So I think we just chip it a little bit with Shadow Ball. Man, this thing's super slow, too. That's crazy that Roserade's still faster at -1. I get a Spadef drop, which is huge. And you don't even kill me with Iron Head, I don't think. Yeah, you do. It's Mega Mawile, what am I saying? Wait a minute, what's Roserade's speed? I think it's like the fastest mon on my team, 231. So would Chomp still be faster at -1? 212? Maybe, right? Because here's the thing, though, like, if Chomp is slower and I get hit by a Play Rough, I die. So I don't really know if that's the play. Also, Guardy would definitely be slower and would get blown up by Iron Head. So do I go Arc and hope that this thing does not switch out? Because if it keeps switching out, even if it switches out one more time and I click Flare Blitz, because of the recoil from Flare Blitz, when it comes back in, and if it has Sucker Punch, it'll kill Arcanine. It doesn't kill from here, though. So I think if I switch in Arc and Intimidate it, I actually think that Mawile switches out again. But also, like, I could predict that and just go for... I mean, I guess Crunch and Close Combat are both resisted by all the fairies, so I just click Extreme Speed, predicting a switch. I think I need to go Chomp and just hope for the best. I guess if this play doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. Because we just go back to Arc and hope, and then, you know, go figure it out from there. But you go for Sucker Punch? Oh, because you weren't faster. I got you. Alright, well, this thing dies to Earthquake. And then we can hopefully get an Iron Head off against whatever comes in next. I was really confused for a second at Sucker Punch, because I kind of expected it to be faster, because I was at -1, but the AI knows that it was slower, so it goes for Sucker Punch instead of clicking Play Rough. Alright, a Fizz Def boost on Kiss. I'm going to just try to Iron Head this, but... I'm almost certain that I'm slower. Yeah. Alright, we died to Moonblast, but we'll just go Guardy here. And, as long as I don't get flinched 12 times in a row, which I might. Additionally, we could go Arc. I would outspeed because I'm not getting... This is an interesting call. I would outspeed because of the heavy-duty boots, not getting my speed lowered. I could do a massive amount with Flare Blitz, but does that really help me? Because of Flare Blitz recoil plus air slash damage, Arc would die. So I think going Guardy is the best option. I'm going to get caught up in the sticky webs and I'll be slower. And this thing's going to try to just flinch me down with air slash. This is going to suck. But Guardy does get a defense boost. That doesn't matter, actually. What am I saying? And Moonblast, T-Bolt, and Ice Beam are actually stronger. I might be able to get a para. I'm gonna go for that. It just depends if I get flinched on the 60%. Assuming it's Serene Grace, Air Slash, right? Air Slash is 30% flinch rate, but Serene Grace boosts it to... It doubles it to 60% flinch odds. Okay, that's kind of a sus play there. Wish. I almost OHKO it. I don't get a para, though. Do you have Protect or no? You have a Switch. Oh, Sylveon. This thing might die. Does this die to T-Bolt? I wish I would have clicked Moonblast here. Damn it, that would have definitely KO'd because it's... Oh, and you get the Wish recovery. That's so bad. Okay, hold on. I think Arcanine... Yeah, Arcanine kills Togekiss with E-Speed. And Moonblast... Okay, yeah. This dies. Because it's actually boosted by Fairy Terrain. Well, okay, never mind. It didn't die, but... It's not boosted against Togekiss because Togekiss is not on the ground. You get the crit and the special attack drop, but doesn't matter. Moonblast kills from here. Somehow I'm faster at -1. The Sylveon's super slow. And then it's just Togekiss in the back, so Arc wins with E-Speed because Togekiss is on like 2 HP. But wow, what a fight, man. I mean, I almost lost. If this thing stayed in, and it does outspeed, it outsped Guardian, got a Wish up first. She trolled. Like, if she clicked Air Slash and flinched Guardy twice, like, I actually lose the fight. That's crazy. You go Moonblast, even if you kill me here. I don't think you do, but even if you do kill me, Arc wins with E-Speed. Yeah. Okay, these special attack drops are annoying, but there's the final blow, and we barely squeak out of this fight. That was by far the hardest one. Holy crap, dude. What just happened right there? Wow. Okay. And Hariyama did not get burnt because I walked in with a Flame Orb into Perma Fairy Train, which I knew about ahead of time because we were told that by the NPC. Holy crap, dude. When you're done with the rest of the Elite Four, will you still join me for one of my tea parties? Of course. You can put me down for that, Arabella. I'll keep my word, trust me. It's going to be so much fun. Well, not as much fun as that battle was. That was intense. If not, can I ask, do you know what deadbeat means? That's what people call my daddy now. Oh, this game is funny, bro. Alright. Look at what's left of my team, man. I mean, she had the win condition there. All you have to do is flinch Gardevoir like twice with Air Slash and just not even let me get an attack off. And then that Togekiss stays at full HP, in which case Arcanine loses, because I click Flare Blitz once, I do like 50%, and I die to Air Slash. She was so confident about taking a hit with Togekiss that she clicked Wish instead of just trying to flinch Guardy. Because Guardy's at -1 from webs, you know, that Togekiss was obviously faster, as we saw with the Wish. Okay, anyway. Kind of sketch, but, I mean, that was obviously going to be the toughest matchup. Fairy, I got half my team's weak to Fairy. But I'm not going to lie, I got a little lucky in that fight. Not going to lie. Okay, so we know Dragon is the last one, and the first guy was double battles, and the next two have been singles, so maybe this is also a double battle. In which case, I'm going to lead accordingly. And actually, do I go Z Crystal Hariyama, or do I just fake out and get my Flame Orb activated. Because like a Guts boosted Ice Punch is still going to destroy stuff. You know, it's super effective on these dragons. I think I'm just gonna stick. Whoops, I was still trying to use potions again. I think I'm just gonna roll with Flame Orb. We did get a Sub-Zero Slammer off, right? That was pretty cool. Yeah, I still got the Flame Orb on me. All right. We could also lead Guardy with Ice Beam, or we could save it in the back. I mean, what's stop? Well, if it's a double battle, I don't actually know that. I think I'm gonna lead Hariyama regardless to burn myself. See if I could 1v1 the lead with, you know, fake out and then Ice Punch on turn 2. But if it is a double battle, I guess throwing Guardy out there if it is a double battle, right, I could fake out the bigger threat, right? Whichever Mon threatens Guardy more, fake it out and just kill it with Ice Beam off rip. I kind of like that idea. I could also lead with Chomp too and potentially get up an SD turn 1 and just win with Outrage, but what is on the bottom half of this chick's body? Is she wearing like a costume? That sprite looks weird. Who are you? Oh, you're Penny, that's right. Hi, I'm Penny. Hi, Penny. I'm Dude. What? This thing I'm wearing, these aren't clothes. They're my patented Goodra bottoms, that makes sense. I've always been a huge fan of Dragon-type Pokemon, so I love looking just like them. There isn't anything I don't know about them, and there isn't a single piece of Dragon merchandise I haven't bought. Dragons are the best, with their tails and their wings and their fire breathing. Alright, you need to calm down here, Penny. A filthy casual like you doesn't stand a chance against me. I'll prove it to you right now. Alright, and then she just roared at me. Okay. She's talking a little too much right now. I think we're gonna have to put her in her place. It's a pretty sweet looking Goodra costume though. Speaking of, it's Goodra and Tyrantrum. Okay, well, Tyrantrum is the much bigger threat to Guardy because of the physical attacks. Oh yeah, what is this? What was the effect? It's a rainbow. The chance of secondary effects used by dragon types is doubled. Oh, my Garchomp has a 60% flinch chance with Iron Head. And with this matchup, I really wish I would have led with Chomp, because I would have Iron Headed Tyrantrum. Anyway, we're going to fake out the dinosaur and probably just Moonblast it too, right? Just get rid of it. There ain't no way I'm taking Iron, because this thing does get Iron Head. Head Smash. I mean, it gets a lot of stuff to just mess up Gardevoir. And because Guardy has bad physical defense compared to the special defense. So Goodra is a special attacker. Therefore, Guardy could take hits from that thing. It's going to struggle against Tyrantrum. So let's get it off the field right now on turn 1. Okay. What is Goodra going to go for? Muddy Water, but Hariyama avoids it. Alright, hopefully I don't get the accuracy drop. You crit Guardy. And no accuracy drop, though. Okay, that's huge. Hariyama gets burnt. Obviously, a Sceptile. Could this be a Mega Sceptile? In which case, because this is a Dragon-type trainer, right? I assume this is going to be a Mega. And then Ice Punch is going to be 4 times super effective. Absolutely destroy that thing. Now, the thing about Goodra is it has an insane special defense stat. So no matter what I do here, I can't OHKO Goodra, even with a Moonblast. So maybe I double Ice Beam Sceptile. Actually, I do double Ice Beam Sceptile because here's the play, right? Ideally, Hariyama's Ice Punch, because it's a physical attack, hits Goodra. But the only way that happens is if Gardevoir, who's faster than Hariyama, OHKOs Sceptile with an Ice Beam, which I would if I connect the Ice Beam. The problem is, if it's a Mega Sceptile, it might OHKO either one of my Pokemon. So I want to double up into Sceptile to ensure that one of my guys hits Sceptile with an Ice move to OHKO it. But in an ideal situation, Sceptile is the fastest thing on the field, Gardevoir is second fastest. So, ideal situation, Sceptile doesn't pick up an OHKO. Guardy Ice Beams the Sceptile to destroy it because of 4x super effective. And then Hariyama gets a Guts boosted Ice Punch into Goodra, which might actually OHKO it. Because you can't OHKO Goodra with special attacks. So there's the Mega. Let's see what Sceptile goes for here, but I don't... Oh, it's a Rock Slide. Okay, well, hopefully one of my 2 doesn't flinch, so we can just kill the Sceptile. Let's see. Gardevoir. Okay. This should kill. Christmas trees do not like being frozen, so There it goes. And if I get this Ice Punch off and don't flinch... Oh wait, Gudra's first. That's right. Hariyama's, of course, the slowest thing on the field. Accuracy drop on Guardy. Hopefully not on Hariyama. Okay, and we don't flinch. This... How strong is a Guts boosted Ice Punch? Is that Oko? Jeez, that thing is so bulky, but I gave it Frostbite. Which is funny because it slowly takes chip. It's similar to Burn, right? But Frostbite, whereas Burn cuts physical attack in half, Frostbite cuts special attack in half. Okay, you have a Como-O, which is actually a Giga threat. But Gudra is eventually going to die to Frostbite, so I'm just going to ignore it. And I'm going to double up into this guy with Moonblast and Ice Punch. Actually, Moonblast is going to Oko it, so it doesn't matter. Maybe. Como-O's got decent bulk, but I'm a Mega Gardevoir, so we'll see ya. And this fight's not over, but it's already over, if you know what I mean. Sorry, Penny. You be talking all that smack before the game, and you just got slapped around. Easy money. Oh, you missed because of lowering my accuracy, but who cares? You're going to send out your last mon. This is still my lead combo. I got Chomp in the back. And the last Pokemon is a Hydreigon, which is another Giga threat. She just had threats on threats on threats, but... We're fat. Oh, I miss. Damn it. Oh, not the Tailwind, bro. I miss because this dumbass Gudra is just spamming Muddy Water and it keeps lowering everybody's accuracy. I think Hariyama's been lowered twice. I think Guardy's only been lowered once, but now I can't land a freaking hit. But it dies to Frostbite, and Hydreigon is faster than Mega Guardy now because of the Tailwind, but... Let's see who you decide to attack, and let's see if I can actually land a hit. Dark Pulse to get rid of Guardy, that's fine. It is what it is. Can you land the Ice Punch? I do. Is this Oko? Little Guts boosted Ice Punch? Ah, almost. But we have, what's it called? We have priority users, so... Aqua Jet, Extreme Speed, don't matter. Get the KO right here. Alright, and we beat the Elite Four, but we got to figure out who is the champion. And, one more battle to go here. Well, maybe, actually, because they said that the seat was vacant, right? Nobody is the champion right now. Nobody currently holds the title of champion, but there's no way it's that easy, right? There's got to be somebody that pulls up, tries to fight me for it. Alright, let's see what Penny has to say for herself now, because we just absolutely smoked her right there. Wowee! Even I lost. I mean, neither me or anybody watching this is surprised, but okay. And now you get to be Borrius' champion. Really? Is that easy? It's time for you to take the center door right outside. As for me, I'm heading off to Dragon Con. She's an anime nerd. Yo, what's up, Sora? How you doing today? You want me to pick you up anything while I'm there? No. No? Ah, suit yourself. Much. This game actually like connect with the microphone? Did they hear me say no? That was interesting. All right. Anyway, Penny the anime nerd gets packed up. Oh, okay. I'm gonna revive. There's no way that like nobody tries to challenge me for the champion's throne right now. And wait, Hariyama lived. He actually has 9 HP left, which means I can rip this max potion. And I'm going to be pre-burnt for this last fight. So I can change back to Sub-Zero Slammer. This is fire, dude. Let's go. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Also, I might use all 5 of these elixirs right now. This is an all hands on deck situation, man. This is the precipice right now. We've reached the tippity top of the mountaintop. We're not done yet. We got one more opponent to kick off the mountaintop, and then we stand alone. So we don't need the Flame Orb. Icicle Z Crystal. Do I do anything else, though? Oh, yeah, Elixir. Now, I have 5 Elixirs, so somebody doesn't get one here. Let's see who doesn't really need one. I mean, probably nobody needs it, but I'm going to rip them anyway. Actually, nobody really needs it. Okay, fine, I'll save him for post-game. We still have a lot of PP. Chomp doesn't have that many outrages left, but it's fine. Okay. Is the champion fight single or doubles, though? Let's pretend it is doubles. We go Hariyama, and we go what? Honestly, Hariyama plus a Mega Pokemon is probably the best bet. Because I could fake out and just absolutely destroy something. Kind of like this idea. Okay. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, what would be the alternatives? I'm just trying to think if it is a single battle, like is leading Hariyama the play. I could always knock off turn 1 and then switch out. Okay, everybody's at full health. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Is there one more battle in this game? There's gotta be, man. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there's a Zygarde cell. I almost didn't see that. Well, there's nobody standing here, which is kind of weird. Oh. Oh, nah, it's this kid? I kind of figured it would be Ace, the rival, but it's actually Jax. Finally, I managed to catch up with you, dude. I was feeling down after Aklov got away from me, but catching up to you perked me right up again. Huh? Why am I here? That is a good question, actually. Why are you here? Because if this is the champion fight, this is going to be easy. This kid sucks. Well, funny story, actually. It was Grandpa Arthur who used to be the champion of Borrius, but ever since he retired, the champion's title has been open for the taking. This whole time, Grandpa Arthur had been training me as his replacement by having me fight against threats to the region. Okay, but every time we teamed up, Jax, throughout this playthrough, it was always me who did all the heavy lifting, kid. You honestly actually cost a couple of the battles, man. Who is this guy? Get him out of my face. Is this actually the champion, or is there someone waiting behind the door? Because we're about to smoke this kid, too. I'm sure that's why Professor Log had you run these errands, too. He and Grandpa did always have a bit of rivalry. But now that a worthy challenger has appeared, someone I respect, this is going to be a fun battle. Okay, it is him. Alright, let's dance, man. Come on. Come to think of it, we always battled side by side, right? Unfortunately, we did. So I think this is the best way to battle for the champion seat, is with 2 Pokemon side by side. Okay, it is double battles. That's right, we're making this a double battle. Are you ready? I put my best team together just for this. Here I come, dude. Well, let's hope it's better than what you had previously, kid. I mean, I'm going to assume it is, but... Alright. Battle with Jax one last time. Salamence and Hitmontop. Wait a minute. That's a double Intimidate combo. Well, it's a good thing I have Guardian in front, but... Hariyama ain't doing no damage. Alright, well, we're pretty easy here. We're going to click Fake Out into Salamence and just kill it with Ice Beam. But Hitmontop also is a Fake Out user. In that case, because I'm pre-burnt, do I not click Fake Out? Assuming, hold on. I just thought of that. Initial instinct was to Fake Out Salamence, right? Because it's faster than Gardevoir. Well, maybe. It's probably faster than Gardevoir. Because again, Salamence is a physical attacker. Guardy doesn't have the best physical defense. So, with that being said, that was my initial thought, was to Fake Out Salamence and just blow it up with an Ice Beam. But I think, I mean, I did just get intimidated twice, so this, well, I have Sub-Zero Slammer. But assuming Hitmontop is going to Fake Out, I think I'm going to Sub-Zero Slammer this Salamence. And then, just, I mean, I don't know who's, if it's a Fake Out, who's it going to go into, right? So I still think I'm going to Mega Ice Beam Salamence as well. Because I think somebody's going to get faked out. And this way we make sure Salamence... Holy shit, it's a Mega. This thing has to get off the field right now. That is a goober threat. It's got to get it off the field, man. And actually, if Hitmontop fakes out Guardy and Salamence double edges into Guardy, I go down to that. You do fake out Guardy. This could be bad. Did I just see a special attacking Salamence? Excuse me. What? A Hyper Voice? I mean, Hyper Voice is still a flying attack. That was interesting, but who uses a special attacking Salamence? Are you good, bro? Okay, well, if this doesn't kill, because Hariyama's at -2, that essentially just wipes out the burn, though. I think this does kill. You don't have a Yachi Berry, obviously, because Mega Stone. So now that's good, because that thing was faster than Guardy. Did I really just watch a Salamence click a special attack? What? This kid is so ass. Alright. Magnezone on a balloon. Okay. I respect that, actually. Let's try to hit Revenge into this guy and then get rid of Hitmontop because it's also kind of an annoying Pokemon. You go Protect. This guy plays, you know, he watches way too much Aaron Zhang Road to Ranked on the VGC ladder. I'm just out here clicking attacks for damage. We're not using Protect. Hitmontop, we'll see ya. Although, Hariyama might go down to the burn here. Which is kind of annoying. Either way, well, see, that's the thing about Hariyama. Either way, he's too slow. Yeah, so it actually gives me a free switch, which honestly is better. I really want to Earthquake, but I can't because I have nobody with Protect. So I would Earthquake myself. So we're going Arc, and we're clicking Flare Blitz into this Magnezone. Oh, it's on a balloon anyway. I can't Earthquake it. Pyroar. Okay. Interesting. With the Unnerve. Nah. I ain't never get too nervous to eat my berries, man. I'm always eating my berries. Don't get it twisted. We intimidate the two special attackers, which doesn't matter. Well, we're going Blitz into the Magnezone and Psychic into the Lion here. Your Fire Gem Heat Wave, that's actually kind of insane. Does that kill Guardy? I don't think it does. Because it's spread damage. Yeah, I live. Perfect. Bye, Magnezone. Unless you have Sturdy. Which probably, yeah, okay, it does. Do I get the burn? Imagine. That would have been chiced. We get the burn, baby! Jax, you're gonna burn up, kid. How much does this do here? We can Revenge with Aqua Jet, though. Okay. It doesn't quite kill. Alright. Well, Magnezone gets off the Flash Cannon, which gives me a free switch. It's gonna kill Guardy. But it gives me a free switch into Samurott for the Aqua Jet, so we're chilling. I mean, I have extreme speed anyway. Magnezone dies to the burn. Doesn't really matter because it's the slowest Pokemon on the field. I would have just killed it next turn anyway. So that burn really actually did not matter at all, but... Do we go Samurott or do we go Garchomp to win with Earthquake? I'm gonna go Chomp because I have E-Speed for Pyroar. He has a Star Raptor, which unfortunately intimidates my Garchomp. That's kind of annoying. Do I care? Don't I just click Swords Dance in this thing's face? But Pyroar's gonna get KO'd to E-Speed, so it doesn't matter. I hate being at -1, but also Outrage is still gonna bone Star Raptor, even at -1. Because I'm a freaking I'm an adamant Garchomp, baby. So, let's just do that. Trust me, I really wanted to click Swords Dance there, but he's only got one more Mon besides the Star Raptor, who's gonna take 80% and it dies to a crit. That doesn't even matter. But here's the thing, that Outrage, if I didn't get a crit, it would have still done 80%, and Star Raptor was clicking Brave Bird and it would have died to the recoil anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, would it have killed Arcanine? Yeah, but who cares? Doesn't matter. I got way too many Mons in the back. And it's a Gastrodon, which is one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. Right here on screen, actually, is 3 of my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. Fun fact. Now, we're just gonna absolutely punch this slug in the face with close combat and then finish it with an Earthquake. But I got Roserade in the back with Giga Drain, so either way, okay, never mind. That didn't do shit. Gastrodon's the GOAT, man. I love that Mon. Fair enough. But Arcanine dies here, and we have Roserade to land the final hit with Giga Drain. And I still had Samurott in the back. Easy money, man. I told you, Jax is an absolute potato. There's got to be somebody after him, right? There's no way. Oh, you actually have a Rindo Berry. From this range, though, you still die. And there we go, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now looking at the new champion of the Borrius region. That's me right there. Easy money, man. Jax and Ace have to be 2 of like the worst trainers that I've ever seen in my life. These kids caused me, you know, more pain than they actually assisted me throughout the playthrough. Alright, easy money, man. Come on. Damn right I'm the new champion of Borrius. So that's that. I see. I guess that makes sense after all. I mean, that's like the most obvious. Well, who else would it be, man? It ain't gonna be you, kid. I always knew you were the stronger trainer out of the both of us. See, he knew all along. He just didn't want to admit it. even after I got a head start over you. You know, before we began our fight, I kept thinking about the times I rushed in, and you helped bail me out. At least he remembers. GG's, that's right. Even at Crystal Peak, when I thought I prepared my Pokemon well enough, we wouldn't have won without you. And even though we won, I got complacent and Aklov got away. That's when I realized, even if my Pokemon grow stronger, what use is it if I don't go stronger with them? That's true. I guess that's the difference that ended up deciding the winner. So I'm gonna get stronger. You got a lot of work to do, Jax, if you want to get on my level, buddy. Not just my Pokemon, me. And when I do, let's do this again. Take your crown with my own 2 hands. But for now, let's get you officially recognized as Borrius' new champion. Come on, the register's just up ahead. Follow me. I wish I would have prepared ahead of time, like had a crown here on my desk. I would have put that shit on so fast. I didn't know he was gonna say that though. This room is the Hall of Fame. Then what are you doing in this room, Jax? There's the door over there, buddy. We'll see ya. Only I'm allowed to come in this room. It's been a long time since I last entered this room. Who ever allowed you in here in the first place, man? Oh, Grandpa Arthur brought me here when I was younger. That's right. But I haven't been since. Anyway, dude, welcome to the Hall of Fame. This machine will make a permanent record of your achievement. Just place your Pokemon on it and you'll be good to go. And once again, dude, congratulations. Thanks, Jax. What a great game, man. This game was so much fun. And it ain't over yet. Again, anybody watching this in the future on YouTube, it's not over yet. I'm still going to bang out a couple more episodes. I'm assuming there's going to be some legendaries to catch. There's going to be... Well, there is a Battle Frontier. And I'm assuming there's also going to be some like post-game content, too. This team is so fire, man. Just look at this squad. The power cannot be, cannot be matched by anybody in this region. And that is why we are the champion. Oh yeah, I forgot about... I could have changed clothes, by the way, and went in there, like, looking at... what was that evil team name at the beginning? The Shadows. I could have went in there dressed as a Shadows character. I should have done that, but... Whatever. We end up taking just over 50 hours to get through this game. That's crazy. What a ride, man. What a ride. This game is so sick. Oh. First, the Moleman has got to come out to congratulate us, though. What is bro doing? Oh, no. Not the Walking Dead over here. Elias. No words. Alright, here's Arabella for her tea party. She's like, okay, settle down. You're way too excited right now. And finally, Penny, the Gudra cosplay anime nerd. That was a fire Elite Four, though, I gotta admit. Although I'm not including Jax in that, but the actual Elite Four were pretty good. I'll give them that, man. Shoutouts to Skelly, I think, was the dev that made this game. I don't know, do I have to click a button? Okay, no. Oh yeah, Skelly right there. Shoutouts again, Skelly. This game is so sick, man. Yeah, it's a Fire Red, based on the Fire Red engine. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a bunch of other people, obviously, besides... There's no way one person made this whole game, so... Here we go, now everybody's getting credit. This is good right here. Of course I'm gonna let all this roll, man. All these people and all these names that are gonna pop up here deserve every bit of credit. This game is amazing. No way someone just had a name Strudel Muffin. That was intense. Oh yeah, there's a Reggie Trio statue in Gurun Town. Dude, we've seen 3 different dens that look like the Reggie dens. I gotta go back and check those out for sure. 100%. What a cool story in this game, but also like probably the best part about it. A very good story, but the best part about this game was just the... Oh man, what's it called? Like not ease of access, but like quality of life features, right? Because you had not only bottle caps, but you had access to very, very easy EV training at the house in Dresco Town. That was a super cool addition to this game. Very good idea. And you also had a bunch of EV resetting berries that were very affordable to buy. Because in that house in Dresco, you could battle the trainers over and over and over again. even if you were already maxed out in EVs, just to farm cash. So you had unlimited amounts of cash in this game. Then you go buy all the berries in that city where the 4th gym was. I think that's where those EV resetting berries were. You buy a bunch of those, give them to your Pokemon to fully wipe out their EVs, head back to the house in Dresco Town, properly EV train your team, which really doesn't take that long. And then from there, by the time you're done doing that, you're up to, $500,000 again. So you still have a bunch of money. Gives you flexibility to buy whatever items you need and stuff like that. And so, having all that, very easy to do, and adding bottle caps to this game to fix any bad IVs that you got. And the fact they put Megas and Z Crystals in here. And of course, like Dynamax Raid Dens was also cool. I never found a way to use Dynamax in battle, but I mean, it's kind of whatever anyway. We're about to be doing that next, though. For the next part of the Twitch stream here, we're going to go over to Emerald Rogue. And now that I got my first career win in Emerald Rogue, it's time to spin it back with Double Battles format and Dynamax as the gimmick there. I'll explain that more when we hop into Rogue, like as to why I'm doing that. But now that we got the national decks in Rogue, the game's going to be a lot more fun because we're going to have a wider variety of Pokemon. But now we can also do subsequent runs, each featuring one of the the 4 main battle gimmicks with Megas, Z moves, Dynamax, and Terrestrialization. But anyway, that's just like a side plug for not only the live stream right now, but for anybody that's seeing this in the future. Usually people click off in the credits, but you shouldn't, because all these names that are getting flashed deserve the credit. So I might as well take this opportunity to say that, hey, I got other stuff on the YouTube channel. So for people that are seeing this on YouTube, I'll be playing Emerald Rogue. I got a hardcore Nuzlocke going. My next main playthrough, now that this is done, I'm about to start up a playthrough of Platinum, because I haven't played through Sinnoh in a while. But I'm going to do it my first playlist on YouTube with actually nicknaming the Pokemon, as mainly as like a thank you to a couple of the people in Twitch chat, and also a couple of people on the YouTube side of things as well that have been supporting on that side. So I'm going to go into the Platinum playthrough with a pre-built team. I'm going to have Board the Mareep. I'm going to have Sora the Bellsprout, because those two were in the Twitch chat talking about their favorite mons being Mareep and Bellsprout. And then on the YouTube side of things, I'm going to have a Teddy Ursa for the homie Moon. The Moon Buffoon in the YouTube comments. And also, I got to give props to Kai. That's like a day one homie there on YouTube. Bro's always been supporting the videos, so I got to make Kai a Pokemon. And then also, I'm gonna put myself in there too. I'm gonna be Geodude. Dude the Geodude. That only fits, right? And I think to round out the team, I'm probably also gonna have a Slowpoke. Well, we'll see. All right. Anyway, that's coming soon on the channel. Now let's roll it back here and see what Professor or like Mom says or anything. And we'll let the intro roll here. But I'm not gonna go too much longer on this episode. We will be back for a couple more, right? Like I've been alluding to. So this is part 22 in the YouTube playlist, but we're probably gonna go to about 24 by the time I finally finish this game. Let the music go for a little bit. It's kind of fire. All right. Let's see what we got here. Congratulations on completing the main campaign of Pokémon Unbound. In recognition of your achievement, all battle difficulties have been unlocked. Interesting. Oh, right, there is 4 of them, but I guess once you picked it at the beginning, you couldn't change it. Additionally, a new outfit has been added to the costume box. There's plenty more to do now that you become champion. Okay, we might be going 25, 26 episodes. We'll see. So don't go away just yet. Keep enjoying Pokemon Unbound, and thank you for playing. So fire. What do these idiots want? Dude, congratulations. I told you I'd come by after you became the champion, didn't I? Probably, Ace, but I really don't listen to the things you be saying. Well, here I am. So what are your plans now that you're the strongest trainer in Borrius? To go dominate the battle frontier. You don't have any, huh? Well, I hear renovations on the battle frontier. Okay. Renovations on the battle frontier have finally been completed. My dad and I plan on heading over there soon to check it out. Yes, congratulations, dude. I was hoping I'd get the chance to see you in person when you returned home. Are you surprised to see me back at the old Black and Red? That outfit I let you keep wasn't my only one, you know. But even after all that happened, I felt I needed to wear it again. Ivory's still missing, so I hope that it will be easier to find her if I just look just like her. If you happen to hear anything, dude, don't hesitate to let me know. And of course, don't think I've forgotten about your father. I've been looking into freeing him from the cube. That's right, our dad is still stuck inside the item cube. But so far I haven't had much luck. When I find something useful, I'll be sure to have a mission for you. Alright. That's true, there is still a bunch of side quests we gotta do too. So there's a lot of post-game content in this. Anyway, we're gonna go check out the Battle Frontier. It's just north of Seaport City. And the best of the best from all around the world are said to gather there. Since it just reopened and all, I'm sure there's gonna be swarms of trainers itching for a fight. My dad and I are gonna show them how real trainers battle. See you later, dude. That is actually true because there might be like trainers from other regions. That would be kind of fire. What's up, Professor Log? Dude, my boy, a hearty congratulations to you. I heard the news. To think, after all this time, I finally bested old Arthur. I did this for you, man. Excuse me. Now, my boy, there's a reason for my visit. I have yet another errand for you to run. Of course you do. You thought you were done with those, didn't you? Anyway, following your defeat of Hoopa atop Crystal Peak, mysterious portals have begun appearing all around Borrius. Ah, there is a legendary side quest. When approached, powerful Pokemon are said to leap forth. As the guardian of Borrius in both name and standing, it is your responsibility to take care of these Pokemon. I assume that in most cases you capture the Pokemon, the portals will disappear permanently. Although it is doubtful that they will stay gone forever, in any case, capture the Pokemon found in these mysterious portals. Some portals may only appear if you bring specific Pokemon, but those portals must be captured regardless. And if a portal refuses to disappear permanently after catching the Pokemon, simply registering it in your Pokedex will be enough. It's never enough. 25 of them? It's never enough, man. You gotta actually catch the Pokemon. Come on now. And with that, I'm off. Say hi to your mother for me, will you, dude? I mean, you could have just looked through the window and, like, waved at her. She's, like, right inside the door. Alright. Let's go talk to Mom real quick. What? Where you at, Mom? Ain't no way she, like, left me a note and dipped out. Is she just upstairs? Okay. She's not here. Let's see what the note says, then. Dude, I have taken your... What? Of course she got captured. I have taken your mother into the depths of the ruins of Void. Come alone if you ever want to see her again. Signed, A. It's gotta be Aklov. Alright. This jackass kidnapped my mom? Oh, hell no. Okay, stay tuned. Now I know what we're gonna do in part 23. Okay. You know what? This is like where I saved and made a thumbnail for episode 1, so it's kind of a... Maybe it's kind of like a good spot to save here. I probably won't hit the same thumbnail here, but what a good way to tie in the story, right? Because this was the first thumbnail in the YouTube playlist with Gibble off to the side on the ice there. And to do this now, and we're going to have Garchomp in the thumbnail as the conclusion of, you know, not the playlist again, but the conclusion of the main story. Because now we're in post-game, I guess you can call it. So that's pretty good, even though I'm going to use a different spot for the thumbnail. Probably out, you know, standing outside the Elite Four, but... Fire, man, fire. Hariyama, your ass is going to the back of the party. Actually, I'm just going to reset the order to match the thing above my head again. Fire team, though, man. Such a good team. Okay. Wow, it's already 1 p.m. Oh, we still have to buy an ADM in Seaport City in order to dive underwater. That's right. I totally forgot about that, so I'm glad that's like the next objective. Okay. Okay. Well, GG's. I'm gonna cut it off here, but now I know what we're doing next time. I wanted to check out the Battle Frontier, but we have legendary portals all around the region. But first, we gotta go save Mom from Aklov. We don't like that guy. So with all that being said, what an epic finale here to the main story. Playlist ain't done. So check back soon on the YouTube channel because we're gonna be going after Aklov and we're gonna mess that guy up again. And you know what? Now that I've finished with this squad here, I think I'm gonna start using Hoopa from here on out because it is, you know, probably a good way to go beat Aklov is to, you know, use Hoopa against him. So I'll probably end up swapping out Hariyama, but I'll do it next time. I'll leave the sprite here for now, And next time when I come back, I think we swap out Hariyama for Hoopa and we just get after it. Dominate the post game. Alright. With all that being said, that is going to be the conclusion of part 22 on the YouTube playlist. So for anybody that is seeing this in the future on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Alright. Peace.